Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently up 1.97% to 47,120. That 47 was what we were looking for. This is a really good start. Ethereum up 3.11% to 3561. If you're going through a life pullback at the moment, please know that our community's love and healing thoughts are with you. You're not alone. There's always hope, and the sun will come out again. Rule 45. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. You need to look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin's directional price momentum will impact your price momentum on your beloved alts. What you see here is a specific pattern. We call this Bitcoin's fingerprint. We'll look at some alts later, but you will see that this plays out on alts. What you need to do is to understand, where is Bitcoin going? Is it going up? Is it going down? And we know from Rule 4, price is always moving in a wave, going up and down, up and down. Before you place any investment, before you do any trade, and we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell, please look first to Bitcoin. It's good to get an understanding of the amount of fear in the market or the amount of optimism in the market. When we look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, what we actually see, more and more optimism is returning into the market, and that is witnessed by increasing price. This happens across all markets. When there is a lot of fear inside the market, we see prices drop. Just keep this in mind. We've had a bit of a backing off when it comes to optimism, but that's all about price moving in a wave. Another really good thing to look at is aggregated open interest. What you see is there's very, very strong correlation, directional correlation between open interest and the price of Bitcoin. And we know no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. Let's have a look into Bitcoin and see what we can find out. It's absolutely essential that you be able to mark up your charts. When you mark up your charts, you will find support levels and resistance levels. Support levels are where price bounces. Resistance levels are where price hits a ceiling and gets pushed down. Cradles occur when price gets over a certain level of resistance and has two levels of support. It's a very powerful signal. Now, what did we see here? Naughty Bitcoin. It was a 47. Now it's dropped to 46,525. This is Bitcoin. It's spiky. It can do really large movements to the upside and to the downside, and then back up to the upside. I'd love to hear your opinion. Where do you think Bitcoin is going? Do you think it's going to make it into C or potentially D, or come down to A or even B? Please let me know in the comments. As crypto technical analysts, we scientifically track investor attention. We have a scientific process as to how we do that. I'm not going to focus too much on this today, but I want to take you through some really interesting things. Crypto technical analysts actually create an understanding of what is happening in the market. They collect probabilities. It's very much like being a detective at some sort of crime scene. You're hunting for clues, you're hunting for evidence, and then you have to put all of that evidence together and try and understand how it impacts your case. When we look at the number of shorts in Bitcoin, we can see it's been leveling out for some time. We're starting to get a slight uptick here. When we compare that to the number of longs, we can see the number of longs is coming out of the market. So shorts are stabilizing. Longs are basically collapsing at this particular point of time. What does this mean? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Another piece of evidence is it's the weekend, and we can see we're just coming out of Sunday in the US. Why do we look at the US market? This is a really, really important question. We look at the US market because it's the most powerful financial market on the planet. It basically outweighs all the countries next to it. It is a giant. It is the gravity of the financial system. One other piece of really good information to get is the amount of liquidations. Over the past 24 hours, there's been 131.19 million in liquidations across 45,994 positions. It's really interesting to note that in the last hour, 80% of liquidations have been short. What about the past 4 hours? About 77%. 12 hours, about 65%. And the last 24 hours, about 52%. You can see that longs and shorts both get liquidated. We have a saying in our community, friends don't let friends leverage trade. And you can see longs and shorts are always getting liquidated. We've heard of horror stories where people have basically wiped out their accounts because they've hedged the position. They've gone long and they've gone short. And within 15 minutes, they've lost everything. The way around this is to just buy at spot. Don't buy under leverage, just buy at spot, and that way you can hold. Looking to the top performers in the market, we can see SKL up about 60%, ZIL up 47%, Waves 44%, Aave 44%, Comp 38%, Audio 36%, Synthetics SNX up 35%, NEAR 28%, Sol nearly 28%, CVX nearly 26%, Cake and Luna up little over 21%. This is in the past 7 days. A lot of people, when they get into crypto, and indeed when they get into investing, they think that they have to actually get thousands of % return to be qualified as a great investor or trader. It's not really true. It's the compounding of percentages which really makes the difference. For example, we just take a week's worth of data. Say we turn 1,000 into 1,100, we'd get a 10% return or $100. When this compounds week on week cumulatively, we get 11,639% return. What does that mean? It means that the 1,000 would turn into 117,000 or over that. That's what 11,639% actually means on an annual basis. This is a conceptual rule. A lot of people think that they must get very, very high percentages. You don't need to. You just need to know how to get in and out of trades and combine your investing with your trading. For example, when an investor places a buy order or a sell order, they're actually trading. So that means all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. Unfortunately, very, very few investors know how to trade, and therefore they mistime the market. They certainly have timing in the market in terms of they're there for a while, but the concept of timing the market is really important. Traders are very agile. Professional traders have a very specific understanding of percentages. When they look at percentages, they want to make the percentage work for them. Let's have a look at these 8 charts, and I want to point something out to you which is really quite interesting. If we look at Matic is coming up and down, and Atom Cosmos is doing pretty much the same thing. Near's coming up to a level of resistance, and we can see Rose just starting, Phantom just jumping off that low, Zilliqa just dropping from its previous high, LRC forming a bit of a curve there at the moment, and Waves dropping from its high. What I'd like to point out to you is that these little blips, for example, this price movement on Phantom was a 62.56% increase. It doesn't look like it, does it? What about from this bottom to this top on Rose? We're looking 72.3%. What about from here to here? When we look at Atom, from that bottom, and I'm measuring consistently bottom to bottom, I believe in being consistent. That way we can actually compare. From that bottom to that current price, it's about 55.56%. When you look at something like this, that is a really good return. A lot of people want the 10x, 100x, 1,000,000x, but the issue is that if you combine price movements like this, just getting 10% per week or more, you can become really, really wealthy. But there's a other point to wealth, and I'll go into that a little bit later. When we look at Matic, that was a 40.56% return. And look at NEAR. NEAR can be a bit of a maniac. It went up 136.02%. What about the downside? How could things move against you? Because there's no sunshine without darkness. So we need to be balanced. We need to be risk averse, and we need to look at what can happen. When we saw Zilliqa has been just lightning bolting it up. And from that top, it has actually reduced over 36%. What about, for example, Waves? Waves was doing a very similar thing. It was bolting up and up and up. It's now retraced 30.5%. This is important to bear in mind. This is what crypto does. When we say price moves in a wave, we really mean it. It's like a tsunami, each wave. As a community, we focus on Borsog. What is Borsog, you say, Ken? Ken, what's that? Borsog is buy on red, sell on green. I like to think of Borsog as an eagle swooping down and grabbing the price. And this is what we do. We swoop down when we see these big sell-offs. Hey, baby, we're in. We're in, but not all in. We buy in layers. The concept is we love these spikes to the downside because we know the price is always moving in a wave. And with the CTKS method that you learn inside the masterclass, there is a very specific way of marking up your charts, which is crypto specific, not related to the stock market or Forex. When various charting strategies are imported from the stock market and Forex and overlaid on crypto, they actually produce very misleading results. That's because the crypto market is exponential by nature. It has implosions and explosions. Let's look at just NEAR for a second. I just wanted to draw your attention to this spike in NEAR. That went up in 8 hours, 101%, and then it just plummeted. In the next 3 days, it actually came down almost 55%. This is something to always bear in mind. If you actually bought when the price is spiking up, you're buying at the wrong time. But it takes a lot of professional skill to not buy at the wrong time. Our brains are almost wired. When we see green, we're happy. And we see red, we're thinking of selling. You need to actually think the opposite way to that. The only real way to control your emotional state is through real wealth. And real wealth is a very tricky thing to understand. I took one component of real wealth in yesterday's video that I would like to share with you. That was in episode 480, the 4 states of money, know it or lose. If you haven't had the opportunity to see that video, I would recommend that you see it. It's really, really helpful. And we had a lot of comments, which was just beautiful. TSP said, "Past and future exist only in your mind. Give now full attention." That's just a quote that I put up. And I'm always creating quotes. My quotes do not come from other people. They're always original. I check Google before I put any quote out. Humans should be told to repeat this over and over when they wake up and are brushing their teeth every morning. This is fantastic advice. Past and future exist only in your mind. That means the past is the past. The future, we don't know about it. But giving now our 100% attention, that is what life is all about. And that's a cornerstone of positive excellence as well. We have just an amazing community. It's a globally extended family. And it's people who I classify as eagles. And eagles do not flock. They're just amazing. Bildy said, "What an awesome concept. Money is neutral and the way it was created determines its energy." There's a concept inside this video. What you earn, you keep. What you work for, you keep. And if you don't earn it, it's always redistributed. And you earn things through the application of knowledge. I'd just like to thank everyone for their well wishes as well. That's really beautiful of you. There's so many quotes that I want to read out, but it would spend the whole video doing it. So I'll just be very, very selective. But I just want to let everyone know, I just appreciate your comments, and the discussion that we have is just beautiful. Isaac said, the community is focused on real wealth and positive excellence. It shows through kindness and looking after each other. Isaac, you've embodied what is our community, the foundations of our community. Thank you so much, my friend. Stephen said a very, very clever thing. Money is just a means, energy, and not the objective. And sometimes Stephen says that people forget that. Very, very true. And Badger said, these are unwritten laws that no one ever talks about. What happened when I used to lecture first and second year statistics, and I did that for many years, I found my students didn't have the foundations. They didn't know the laws of the mathematics that they were actually learning. So I made sure they had those foundations. And then they went from students with a fear of mathematics to having a love and doing very, very well. Many, in fact, became straight A students. Tango Goddess said that we talk about the spiritual aspects of money, and that's something not often spoken about. And psychology determines profitability, but psychology also determines happiness. And a very astute point, learn more so that they can invest wisely. Learning is earning. In that particular episode, I gave an example of lottery winners, and Art said, I once had a fishing buddy that bought lottery tickets every week and kept saying he would share it when he hits it big, and we know the energy of winning. It is shared. And Art said, I don't buy lottery tickets, so he couldn't return the favor. But the concept is, when you actually understand that you cannot keep what you win, you can only keep what you earn. Things like lottery tickets don't become attractive anymore. And Art also said, this community is definitely attracts the 1%ers, which is the wealth thinking mindset. I can't agree more, Art. Thank you, Rajat, for your comment. Always give more in value than what you receive in monetary terms. Then you earn it. Then you can keep it. And thank you to Angarona. This is one of the best videos I've ever seen. Thank you, my friend. That's really nice. Gianluca said, we can shape our reality by the way we think. We have such an amazing, incredible community, and everybody is so friendly and welcoming. If you've been on the sidelines and haven't said much, please say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Rule 570. Psychology sets profitability. That's why I talk so much about real wealth. Real wealth is much more than money. It's all of these other boxes, and maintaining a positive excellence life trend, one of kindness, one of inner and outer peace, one of integrity and decency, knowing that money is the output, not the input. Money comes from the application of hard work and persistence and commitment, determination and confidence. Anybody can achieve anything if they set their mind to it, and confidence is incredibly important. A lot of people feel that they don't need to learn. That is not true. If you don't learn, you don't earn. And if you don't earn, you can't keep it. Our goal as a community is to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, and gain real wealth in the process. This can only be accomplished by maintaining a positive excellence life trend. I'd like to also thank Austin for his very kind comment. Ken, I started watching your videos in May 2021. I was totally new to crypto and trading and made horrible decisions. It was a really rough time, Austin. I stopped trading completely and decided I needed to learn more about the market. That there is the very starting point of earning it. Well done, my friend. And you go on to say that you're starting to find success. That's fantastic. That is what it's all about. If you learn, you will earn. And it's really fantastic to see you in the masterclass too, my friend. Learning takes many forms, and Shane had something beautiful that he shared with the community. Previously, I have only thought about the haves and have-nots. I have learned about real wealth. It has really changed my outlook on how I see and interact with the different types of people I come across. And Shane says, I wish I had learnt these lessons at school. It's so true. We're just ill prepared for life through the school system. That hopefully is changing. But if you get any opportunity to share real wealth with those that you love, it is a fantastic thing to do. It's literally a game changer. There are so many incredible comments in this particular episode. I urge you, if you haven't, read through them. They're just amazing. Cat Weasley said something really nice and something very important. He said, my wife and I run a small business, and for the past 30 years, they focus on helping the customers the best way that they can. The money looks after itself. That is earning it. Vicente also had a really beautiful thing that he shared. We should teach real wealth. There's so much propaganda about having more and not achieving happiness in life. Yesterday, he will be exposing the topic at my family lunch with my children. That's so magnificent. Just to talk about these things can change people's lives, and that's what we're all about inside our globally extended family. Unfortunately, we live in a society where people think that the psychology doesn't determine profitability. Your psychology always determines your success in everything. But the good thing is that the past and the future exist only in your mind. Give now full attention. So we don't need to worry about what happened yesterday. Your definition of yourself can be completely redefined right now, this very second, as someone committed to positive excellence and maintaining a positive excellence life trend and doing the work. If you do the work, you will be successful. I'd like to let the Coffee Club know that I'm actually going to put out a new video today for you. I'm going to pop out a rule about how to earn and the psychological manifestation of that. So that will be the video for this month's Coffee Club. And the way to find it is go to www.buymeacoffee.com/CryptoTradingKS and then just go into the post section and you'll see it there. Another way to get to the Buy Me a Coffee site is just go into the Show More in the description of this video. Go to this donate link and Buy Me a Coffee is there. Of course, you don't have to donate. You can also reach out and talk to me directly on Twitter, and I have some other really useful links in this list as well. When we have such an incredibly volatile market like the crypto market, your psychology is massively important. Just a little follow-on question. I know I mentioned it earlier, but please let me know in the comments where you think price will go. Are we going down to A or B, or do you think we're going up from C to D? Please let me know. We have a very welcoming and warm and caring community of eagles, and eagles don't flock. If you're inside our community, please reach out and say hi, and it may be just as easy as saying, hi, I'm whatever your name is. I read every comment and I would love to see you there. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video and also subscribing to the channel. We'd love to have you as part of our global community. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers, and to the CTKS ambassadors for mentoring masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and being part of our global KS family. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the tax software I use and the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. Please seek out an ambassador to get 80% off. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.